welcome back to your chemistry class. We were discussing the chapter sorting materials into groups. Hope you all are going through the questions very well. In this chapter we have learned about why we sort materials, then properties of materials. In properties itself we have learned about the appearance, hardness, solubility, then float or sink. In the last class when we were discussing about float or sink, I gave you an activity to do at home. Did you do that? One of your friend, her name is Amana from 6th H, has done the activity and sent me the video of it. I think I should share that video with you. Okay, I will be sharing the video with you. Even though her face is not clear in the video, you will be understanding the activity very well through that video. Okay, go through this video.
Morning, ma'am. My name is Anana. I'm studying in 6th H. I will present an activity. For that, I will take 2 glasses of water. Then, I will take some salt. Then, I will take 3 spoons of water and I will mix it in the water. I will mix it well. Then you look this to water. Then I have 2 eggs. I will put 1 egg on a pure water and 1 on the salt water. And you look the difference. When I put the egg on salt water, it float. When I put egg on and pure water, it sink. Thank you. Thank you for listening this video.
From Anana's experiment, what did you understand? The egg in the salt water did end up floating, unlike the other egg in normal tap water did not float. Okay, why does an egg float in salt water but not in pure water? The answer is, egg floats in water with salt dissolved in it because salt water is more dense than pure water. We have already learned that when density of a substance increases, it will sink in water. It increases than water. When the liquid is more dense, the substance will be floating. Here, salt water is having more density, so it will be sinking. That means the egg is having less density, so it will be floating in salt water. So that is why egg float in salt water. I think it's clear to you. Now we are moving on to next property. Do you like to play hide and seek? Of course, isn't it? Okay, suppose you are playing hide and seek with your cousins. Will you prefer this door to hide behind if you have to hide and your cousin is the catcher? No. Why? It is because you know that you will be caught easily if you are hiding behind this glass door. And will you prefer this door to hide behind? Yes, we can hide behind the wooden door because we won't be seen easily. The light does not pass through this. So what is the difference between these 2 doors? It is the first one passes the light easily, or we can see through this glass easily. Such substances through which light passes easily are called transparent objects. So this glass door is a transparent object. Okay, and coming to this wooden door. Wooden door does not allow the light to pass through it, or we cannot see through it. Such objects are called opaque objects, and this wooden door does not allow the light to pass through it, so it is an opaque object. So it's an example for an opaque object. Clear? So let's see the definition for transparent object. Transparent materials allow light to pass through with little or no disturbance. Transparent objects may or may not color the light, but you can see objects clearly through them. So in a transparent object, we will be able to see things clearly. It is important that if we see clearly through transparent objects. Can you give examples for it? Water. Water is a transparent object. You all know that. Similarly, the glass. We have already discussed about glass being a transparent object. Then what about air? Air is also a transparent object. That is why we are able to see things through this air. Even you are able to see these pictures and all because air is a transparent object. Otherwise, nothing will be visible to you. Okay, then let's see the definition for opaque materials. Opaque materials do not allow any light to pass through them. All light that comes into contact with an opaque material is either reflected or absorbed. Opaque materials make a show when you shine light on them. That is, we see shadow of the material. So shadow is formed by opaque materials. Clear? So let's see some examples for it. Wooden box. Can you see through it? No, we cannot see through this wooden box. So it is an opaque material. Coming to our hand or even our whole body, it forms shadow, isn't it? So it is also an opaque material. Then what about wall? Wall made up of brick. It is also an opaque material or opaque object. Now we are having a question for you. Write 5 examples, each for transparent and opaque objects. So with this we end up. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.